Hello to you and welcome to Coach Chloe, the journey of self love. It is episode 32, and today is part 11 of our series Tips and Tools to Hack Your Thoughts. I cannot believe we've reached the end of our series Tips and Tools. I have a big surprise for you today that I cannot wait to share. It's coming a little later in our session today. What a journey it has been for me, and I hope for you too. Remember, you are still writing your story. Each chapter is unique and different. Each chapter is a beautiful picture of flaws and failures. These are the seeds we planted along the way. These are the seeds that are starting to bloom. We have been learning from our flaws, our failures, our imperfections, and being able to hack our thoughts and look at it from a different perspective. So, as you get ready to turn the corner and close out the year in just a few weeks, take a moment to reflect, not on just what we've talked about, but on what you've felt, what you've discovered, and what you've begun to reclaim. This isn't just meaningless words. These are hacks for systems we've taken for granted, systems in the way we think, the way we talk, the way we react, the way we live, the way we experience our minutes and our hours in a day. These thinking systems have been in our psyche all our lives, and we become so immune to the way we operate. It's like there's a code in our minds that our minds have learned so well, and it's been beating us at this game of life for so long. But this year, we've started to take back control of our lives by hacking our thoughts, by tricking our minds into thinking differently, but in a very simple way. We've opened doors we once thought were locked. We've faced truths we may have been avoiding. We've taken a honest look at the stories we've been telling ourselves. We've chosen to challenge those old narratives, to reimagine what's possible, and to nurture the person we're becoming. We've done all that, and it's been a journey. But we still haven't arrived at a destination because there isn't one. There are landmarks on this journey, and are ever evolving in our quest. Let's fearlessly and lovingly own our journey and write this new chapter of our self love story. So get ready to hack your thoughts. Stay right there. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back. And today we come full circle on tips and tools to hack your thoughts so that we can own our journey and own our stories. Like I said, today is the final episode of this series. It's not the end of our podcast, but the final episode of the series. So let's reflect on the road we have traveled. Throughout this journey, you've learned to forgive, not just others, but yourself. You've discovered the importance of setting boundaries, not to shut others out, but to honor your peace. You've confronted your fears, you faced your inner critic, and you dared to believe that you are worthy of love, of growth, and of joy. Each step, no matter how hesitant or bold, has moved you closer to your authentic self. And yet, this isn't the end, it's just the beginning. The road ahead will continue to challenge you. There will be days when everything feels aligned and you move through life with confidence and ease. And there will be days when doubt sneaks back in, whispering the old lies, you work so hard to silence, but that's okay. Because growth isn't a straight line and self love isn't a one time decision. It's a daily practice, it's a series of choices made over and over again. The magic isn't in being perfect, it's in showing up for yourself on the good days, the bad days, and every day in between. If there's one thing I want you to take away from our time together this year, it's this. You are the author of your own story. Every moment, the good, the bad, the triumphant, the messy, all belongs to you, all belongs to me. And there is such immense power in owning that story, in embracing it fully and unapologetically. Your story is not a collection of random events. It's like a tapestry. A tapestry is woven with threads. But in those threads, there's pain, there's resilience, there's joy, there's discovery. Every thread matters. Every chapter in your life has shaped you. But here's the most powerful truth: you are not defined by any single moment or mistake. You are so much more than the sum of your experiences. To own your story is to stand in your truth and say, "This is me. This is where I've been. This is where I am. And this is where I'm going." It's recognizing that your past doesn't determine your future. It's claiming your right to evolve, to change, and to grow into the person you are meant to be. Don't shrink from your story. Don't apologize for your story. Don't let others dictate what it should look like. Own it, celebrate it, share it with those who will honor it, and guard your story fiercely from those who won't. This is your journey, and you are the hero, the author, the creator. Your story is your power. Today may mark the end of this podcast series, but it's the start of something far greater: your lifelong journey towards self love and authenticity. The tools and tips and tricks that we've shared, the insights you've gained here, are not meant to, sit on the shelf. They are meant to live in you, to guide you through the messy, beautiful, unpredictable moments of life. This journey isn't about arriving at a destination, and I keep saying it. It's about learning to navigate the path. It's about showing up for yourself, even when it's hard. It's about choosing compassion over judgment, curiosity over criticism, and love over fear. Like I said early on, there will be moments. In those moments, you will stumble when old patterns resurface, when the weight of life feels so heavy to carry. But each time you arise, you are rewriting your story. You are hacking your thoughts. Each time you choose to keep going, you are proving to yourself that you are worth it. It is worth the effort, worth the love, worth the journey. So keep going. Keep questioning the narratives that no longer serve you. Keep setting boundaries that honor your worth. Keep surrounding yourself with people who see your light and encourage it to shine. And most importantly, keep choosing to love yourself even when it feels hard, even when it feels messy. At the core of this journey lies an undeniable, unshakable truth. And here it is: you are worthy. Not because of what you've accomplished, not because of how others see you, not because of anything you've done or failed to do. You are worthy simply because you exist. You are worthy of love, real, deep, unconditional love. You are worthy of peace, of joy, of respect, of fulfillment. You are worthy of taking up space. You are worthy of being heard, of being seen for who you truly are. This worth is not something you earn. It's something that's already yours. It's woven into the fabric of your being, and it cannot be taken away. No matter how hard life gets or how many times you falter, hold this truth close, especially on days when it feels hardest to believe. Let it anchor you when the storms rage. Let it remind you that no matter what, you are enough. It's been such an honor to walk alongside you on this journey, to share my wisdom, my stories, my vulnerability with you, and to encourage you and root for you on your self love journey so you can begin to embrace the incredible person you are becoming. It's been a privilege, and I don't take it lightly. So as you step into this next chapter of your life, know this: you are everything you need. You have everything you need within you. Whatever you need is already inside. Trust yourself. Be patient with yourself. And above all, love yourself relentlessly, fiercely. This road won't always be easy, like I said, but it will be worth it. With each step forward, you are creating a life that aligns with your soul, a life rooted in love, authenticity, and truth. So here's to the journey ahead. Here's to the person you are and to the person you're becoming because you've got this. And today I want to share a hacking thought with you, um, which is a teaser for what I'm about to, the big surprise that's coming. Here's the hacking thought: I'm worthy of continual growth and the love, peace, and authenticity I create in my life. I'm worthy of continual growth and the love, peace, and authenticity I create in my life. Here's another hacking thought: every step I take, no matter how small, is a reflection of my evolving journey towards self love. Let me say that again. Every step I take, no matter how small, is a reflection of my evolving journey towards self love. And here's a third hacking thought: I honor myself with patience and compassion. I'll say that again. I honor myself with patience and compassion. Three hacking thoughts to leave you with today. So, I promised you that I have something very exciting to share. Today may be the end of our podcast series, but wait for it. In 2025, we are launching our new YouTube channel where we will continue to explore our thoughts, hack those bugs in your thinking system that cause us to malfunction and crash. We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to have guests on it. I'm really excited. And and I wanted to share um, one other little thing besides, well, it's I'm saying little, but it's not little. We have the podcast, but there's one other thing that's coming. You know, when you spend your entire life orbiting around others, living alone can feel like you're landing on an unfamiliar planet. And I always talk about my son, moving out to start his life and how quiet the house became. I couldn't hear his footsteps and how empty I felt. I realized I was on my own for the first time. In this solitude, something happened. This podcast emerged. I began to see my mind like an operating system, like a set of programs shaped by years of experience, of beliefs, of memories. And like any system, parts of my thinking were useful, was empowering, reflecting who I become, while other parts had become outdated, like those repetitive thoughts and habits that held me back. And just as computer systems can be hacked and reprogrammed, I realized that I could hack my own thought patterns. This journey was about understanding the code that I've been running on, examining why I thought, why I acted, why I responded the way I did, and finding the courage to rewrite those parts that no longer served me. And this journey of deep self reflection inspired me to finally launch this podcast, a long held dream I'd never quite fulfilled. It became a space where I shared my story openly, exploring the things I loved about myself. I shared that with you. Things I liked about myself, I shared that with you. As well as things I disliked or struggled to accept, I shared that with you. It was a time of raw self examination. As I sifted through who I'd been, who I was, and who I was becoming on this path of self love. With this newfound clarity, I began writing about self love, started sharing my insights on how others and you listening out there how you could hack your thought patterns, how you could redirect your lives towards what truly resonates with you. And this ongoing self date felt like a revelation. It felt like a powerful reminder that I wasn't just surviving alone, I was actually beginning to thrive and embracing my own company because I had to. That's what I was like. Okay, Chloe, there's one person you're going to live with for the rest of your life. That's you. So get to the program, start enjoying your own company, embrace your own company. And when I did that, it brought me closer to my truest self. I realized that this process of self discovery was not only just healing me, but it could also inspire you and others on your journey too. Every day now feels like a new chapter for me. It's a chance to embrace who I am, flaws and all. I'm okay with my flaws. In fact, I feel this year I really feel at peace with my flaws and my imperfections. I realize a lot of those things help me to become who I am today. It set me on the stage for a future that really excites me. I've learned that people may come and go, but the most profound relationship that I'll ever have is the one I cultivate with myself. So here's the next big surprise. Coming soon in 2025, not only will we have a dedicated YouTube channel for our podcast, we will have a published book. This book, Hack Your Thoughts, A Journey of Self Love, came from this very process of my journey and the journey that I've been sharing with you and bringing you along. Just being able to get real with myself and unpacking those thoughts, examining what my boundaries are that were unhealthy and that was holding me back, being honest about my needs, knowing, just seeing the raw me, who I truly was. A true journey of clarity where I learned how to clear away what doesn't serve me so that I can make space for what does. This journey was about taking myself out on that first date, taking myself out on that first date. And that's what the first chapter is called, facing the unknown, embracing what's uncomfortable, discovering the most important relationship that I'm ever going to have, I have to build with myself. So in 2024, here's what I did. I attended, or I would have attended by the end of the year, 44 concerts alone. Well, there were maybe a few, maybe a half a dozen where I went with a friend. I broadcasted 37 podcast episodes. I didn't even know what the next episode was going to be about. But I knew I needed to tell my story. I knew that I needed to share what was going on in my mind and how I was unpacking that. I'd taken 26 flights and traveled extensively. Talking about travel, this has been a journey. It's been the best year of my life. Why? Because I've come face to face with Chloe. I've come face to face with Chloe. And guess what? I'm actually starting to really fall in love with her in the most humble way. I've enjoyed taking this journey with you over this year. It's been such an honor to walk with you, to share these thoughts, to share my stories, my experiences, my vulnerabilities, my process, to explore what it means to truly love ourselves. And my hope is that you embrace this renewed sense of self worth, of self compassion, and self love. Remember, this is your journey. You get to decide how it unfolds. Trust yourself, be patient with yourself, and most importantly, love yourself every step on your journey to self love. So, here's what's coming up for the next few weeks of the season. Next week, we'll broadcast one of our favorite episodes from 2024. We have a Christmas special coming up during the week of Christmas, so stay tuned for that. And a look ahead New Year's special to close out the year and usher in 2025. Remember, this is going to be all going to be about your journey of self love and going on a date with yourself. Are you ready to take yourself on a date? Because if you're not, get ready. Get ready, look in the mirror, and decide to take yourself out on a date. Enjoy the wonderful season and the rest of your self love journey. Who you are becoming is greater than who you were yesterday. Take care, everybody.